Hey everybody, it's late, but it is technically January 2nd, 2023, so made it, and just saying prayers tonight for Damar Hamlin. Was watching the Bills-Bengals game earlier, like much of America, and even if you're not a football watcher, you probably heard the news. So just praying for him and his family, and that he will make a full recovery. So I am going to go, since it is so late, back to my book and just read January 2nd and call it a night. The Instrument of Leadership, and this is from the Maxwell Daily Reader. John Gardner observed, "If I had to name a single all-purpose instrument of leadership, it would be communication. Perhaps you're familiar with my books on leadership. Then you know that I believe everything rises and falls on leadership. What I haven't mentioned before is that leadership rises and falls on communication. If you lead your team, give yourself these standards to live by as you communicate to your people. Number 1, be consistent. Nothing frustrates team members more than leaders who can't make up their minds. One of the things that won the team over to Gordon Bethune when he was at Continental was the consistency of his communication. His employees always knew they could depend on him and what he said. Number 2, be clear. Your team cannot execute if the members don't know what you want. Don't try to dazzle anyone with your intelligence. Impress people with your straightforwardness. Number 3, be courteous. Everyone deserves to be shown respect, no matter what the position or what kind of history you might have with him. By being courteous to your people, you set the tone for the entire organization. Never forget that because you're the leader, your communication sets the tone for the interaction among your people. Teams always reflect their leaders. And never forget that good communication is never one way. It should not be top-down or dictatorial. The best leaders listen, invite, and then encourage participation. That's from the 17 Indisputable Laws of Teamwork. Be aware today that your communication is setting the tone with the people you lead. And if you're like me, my takeaway on here, I'm not a team leader, but I am a parent. And I feel like this can apply in my household with my boys. My communication does set the tone with them. That old saying, if mama's not happy, ain't nobody happy. Even though it's a funny thing to say, I do know that my emotional communication or how I feel definitely is reflected in my household. And I do need to remember to be consistent, be clear, and even be courteous with my kids. So that's a wrap for January 2nd. Hope you've had a good day. Prayers again for Bills player Damar Hamlin. Take care.